All right, this is a end of day recap on the NQ or MNQ for June 4th, 2025. All right, so as you can see, still closing bullish on the day. Um, Not just on the day, but for the past few days, we've been closing bullish since the mitigation of this. See down here too, those have more bullish volume than anything else. 4 hour. 4 hour was pretty tricky today. Today just was weird in general. Today was what came out today? PMI. Okay, we have PMI, we have some crude oil. So price kind of, I think I just rather look at this on the 1 hour. Um, the I guess what I would take from this more than anything else is this candle here that closed, the 10 o'clock candle from the 10, excuse me, the 10 to 2 p.m. candle was almost, I think it worked both sides. Pretty sure it worked both sides of the candle to the left of it. Did it hit it? No. It eventually did. It eventually did, but it definitely hit it here. Anyway, let's get down here. So we spoke about this yesterday. This crazy push came into this in here, this flip in here. Pushed, pulled out of here, cool. On the way up, left the fair value area. On the way up, also left a fair value gap. But today, price didn't come into any of that. It ranged, right? It came into this extreme here that swept and then eventually broke a bunch of structure to the left, took liquidity to the left, and then shifted out of the mitigation of that demand level down there. So yes, expecting a reaction, right? Still looking like it's in the excuse me, engineering liquidity phase, so that price can eventually come and take this and then tap into something maybe a little bit more significant. Um, for heading up and taking this out if this is to get taken out. But today, all we got was just the very first part was the engineering liquidity portion of it. Non-farm payroll is on Friday. They could be holding price just a little bit or building a range um, so that they can whack liquidity on both sides. What'll suck is if it'll come, take this, break high, take all of this, and then slam, taking all of this. However, we got this reaction. Price came into a 1 hour fair value gap, kind of held here throughout Tokyo and London, and then finally at 8 a.m. all of this got swept. As soon as it did, price comes, takes this high and this high, right? The high right next to it, and then this high hits it left. Before coming back down, taking this low, which was a news move, and then kind of just it really stayed in this range, man. At the end of the day, finally came and got this high, but it didn't close above it. I tried catching the sell there, but took it off because it was dead. It was flat. It was just fizzing. So there wasn't enough volume for me to stay in it. This liquidity here though did get taken right right at shoot, what time was that? Hold on. At 10. Okay. So it did get taken at 10. Well, I take that back. This all got taken pre-market, right? 8:30, which what was 8:30? I think we did have something 8:30 and I didn't see that a second ago. So yeah, we had a little non-farm change, whatever that. Guess it caused a bigger reaction than I thought it would because it came mitigated this POI after sweeping all of this. This here had also swept all of this, built liquidity above it, aggressive move in, an aggressive move out, and eventually takes this high. So 9:30, there wasn't, I mean, maybe take a trade off of that 5 minute in there. Had I taken this as a 2 CR trade in here, that would have most likely broken me even. Where is it? It's there on volume for sure. But this wick here, like this would have got me to 1R, and then this wick would have taken me out. Could have possibly played it again. Maybe got tagged, maybe not. But this is all pre-New York stuff, right? So that was just tough. Demand chain, it didn't give a shift like this. It gave demand chain like it did yesterday. Just fine, right? Like, get it, but no real entry for me in there. Let me just make sure it's not one on the 1 minute. I'm taking super long on this. Oh, they're messing around. Boom. All right, on the 1 minute. Demand chain. Sweet break. We got another sweet break. Mm, yeah, I don't. There was an imbalance in here, but I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that. Not gonna lie. All right, and then the rest was kind of crappy. 10 o'clock here made this crazy move to the downside. Right, we got this huge move. And then once this move happened, price just kind of stayed in here. It tried creating a demand chain. Demand chain worked, got into supply, came back. I thought this was gonna go, and then this was gonna go. It didn't. This held. However, remember this low here, right? This low did go here. So candlesticks do last sometimes. So that's why I like the line chart so much. And then after it took this, it did have a 2 CR in here. Beautiful 2 CR. I didn't like that. I didn't like the risk reward and the size of the stop loss. I guess there is no reason why I couldn't throw like maybe like half of this, right? And set that as this entry in here. Could have done that. Covered this, or like I like to this one. That's I missed a good one. I missed a good one because I didn't want to take this. I just didn't see it might have hit it, but I would have wanted to be at 2R before this. Um, but like I said, yeah, so still new to this 2CR, but I have to remember that even if it's not perfect, it's not clean, or maybe stop loss is too big for me, like it was in this case, doesn't mean I can't take half of it, right? I can definitely put my limit at the halfway mark. I could have even used this as a entry point. Um, there was a long in here, excuse me, a short in here, because I did get a 2CR right here. But yeah, I don't know. That was so close to news that I kind of wanted to wait to catch a move. Unfortunately, news did give the move. Price came back into this after it came in, and like that was a trade. Well, it didn't hit the body, but it did hit the wick. So this here, so I think that's not a bad stop at all. So yeah, this was a mistrade, and I didn't take it because just how close we were to news, and also didn't like the fact that this didn't shift. Like, had it done that, then yes, absolutely, I would have taken that. But it didn't. It did that. So missed that one. Didn't take this one for the reasons I said. Nothing in here, unless I would have played the wick, would have paid, right? Because I say I would have played this demand chain, I would have just do an order even at the body. Covered this one. I went to our actually, oh shit. Guess it would have. There is no imbalance in here, so but I mean, that's hindsight shit, right? In the moment, you don't know what's about to happen. You see this, you're not too sure how news is going to correct, but it could have easily done something like this. All right, so 8:30 took this high. We did have a move down. We did have a 5 minute order block. Can't call that a order flow leg. We had a mitigation to this. This technically could have been a trade. However, right, maybe something like this on this 5 minute. Take this 2 hour. Right, that would have worked out. Well, actually, probably would have hit my break even on this because I would have got to 1 hour and put my stop loss just below. This may or may not have tagged me, my break even, and I've been in it. But also, it's like risk to reward, right? This kind of looks bullish at this point. So yeah, this could sell, but it's like, what if it doesn't go 1 hour and then comes and blasts you? Again, that's hindsight shit. But I can see why. Again, I didn't get this. See, so prices like here I got it, right? Here I didn't, here I didn't. It happened here, kind of happened here, definitely happened here, didn't happen here on the way up, didn't happen here on the way up. Price was just a little tricky for me today. Um, thought about sell. demand chain back to supply, supply gives a reaction, we get a supply chain down, back into this gets swept, body closure beneath these bodies, and it also swept it on the line chart. The biggest traded, I guess, trading opportunity today, where you're not guessing as much, like you would have been here or here, would be this. This is a phenomenal looking volume push on this railroad. Like that's kicking myself in the ass for not taking half of that. I mean, taking that at the halfway mark. Price then comes up. I did have an order in here, didn't get filled. I did have an order in here. It did not get filled either. It came really close. It did go 1R, so I would have broken even on that anyway had it tagged me. Even this one might have missed me. Like if I got tagged in here, it might have came back with my break even before hitting my target. All right, and then I guess last opportunity today was this, and this was a slow grind. Um, I actually took this off. I was in this, and then when this failed and price came into here, and then it closed down like this, I was like, okay, cool. But then the very next candle, right? This candle in here, look at that on the volume. I got out. I got out. I was in here, got out, said, yo, I'm not, it's too close to 3:30. It still wouldn't have hit my top. Well, actually, not before 4 o'clock. So this wouldn't have paid me either. Um, Kind of similar to this, tapping into supply in here. Sometimes the best opportunity is to catch the first opportunity. Um, I would say the same thing goes for this. Instead of me waiting for this 2R here, which at the time I took this as a 2CR before this. This here could have been an entry where instead of me playing this entire 5 minute, I could have just played this wick in here. That definitely would have hit my um 2R before 4. It was cleaner on the line chart for sure. I was just playing all of this. I was playing the bottom of this. So my stop loss was a lot bigger, you know? But regardless, I was priced today. Kind of choppy. Um, Had a news move. Demand chain back up. Fizzled. Still stuck in this range, basically. All right, that's it. Peace.